So I think it created a kind of a scare reaction from the authorities and the Gulf states. It has been reflected in the type of collaboration, intergovernmental collaboration across the Gulf, as well as internal change in the control on the civil society and the freedom of press, the freedom of expression, even the discourse that has been publicized. The media has been quick to condemn the Arab Spring as the reason of the Gulf media in particular, as the reason for bringing, the downfall of the states in general, not the downfall of the system, of the ruling systems. So blaming revolutions for so many different things. So I think it had a very negative effect on the small marginal window of opportunity that has developed before that for the civil society to be engaged in the press or in the public discourses and discussions. It really limited the human rights defenders' work. There were a lot of people who are activists working on the ground were targeted for their work from most of the countries, targeted for criticizing the other countries, not necessarily. So there is a lot of regulation as well. So the Gulf Security Treaty that has been signed by the ministers of interiors of the Gulf that really allowed the authorities in each country to track any citizen of other countries and get the information of that citizen, provided more power for the state to legally target and inspect and censor citizens regardless of their residence. So it brings them together in certain ways, bring the Gulf countries' ruling families together, but at the same time, it really widened the gap between the ruling families and their citizens. So the citizens have been feeling this type of, restrictions and increased sensitivity to criticism and dissent, and the poor intention of the cosmetic reforms, if you would think. The change that in election, for instance, people were disqualified because they had a public opinion. Journalists were targeted. So people felt like the whole feel of the Arab Spring was threatening to the authorities, that whatever margin of freedom for them to speak before was removed, basically.